Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Welcome to the last segment of the day. Evening time, dead on 6 p.m. I'm on time for the first time in a long time, 3 times. So I've got to say, apologies for the morning show towards the end, actually the end. I think probably a lot of you will probably know that there was an outage on Google, and which had a knock-on effect on YouTube as well. So I wasn't able to end the live show. I was thinking it's a bit strange. We've got like 420, and it just stayed at 420. It didn't move. I was thinking there must be something wrong there. But yeah, I do apologise for the outage. It's not my fault. But yeah, it was YouTube's fault and Google's fault. But anyway, we've got some more live news. We might be reviewing the morning show. I don't have Eltel. I didn't ask him back. I thought, you know what, Eltel, you've done enough for me. But I also thank you to each and every one of you who tuned in. I just saw the analytics and the figures, and I saw it's like almost 5,000 of you. 5,000 for a morning show on Monday in the UK, all over the world. Goodness. Listen, guys, I should see you on the other side of this music intro for some more live news on this wonderful channel, which is Cannon Fodder. Yeah, welcome back to Cannon Fodder. Yeah, welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. And yeah, it's the evening segment, Monday evening. Usually, I would have James Rowe talking about Europa League and previewing the previous match, but he's having to change his work schedule. But he'll be back with me on Wednesday, and hoping that we'll have somebody else, maybe Don. Yeah, Don Larry will be with us on Wednesday as well. So that's why I don't have a James Rowe with me, side by side with me on this evening segment of live news. But guys, as usual, make sure you subscribe to California TV. Hit the bell notification button so you can receive all the latest news right here on this channel. Right, some sad news. Some sad news. I know someone. I think it might have been Majid. He did he sent a message in the live chat. I said, well, I can't really respond to that live on air until I verify that. And it's a sad news that Jiro Houllier has passed at the age of 73. I tell you what, 2020 has taken a lot, man. Has taken a lot of people from us. Former Liverpool manager Jiro Houllier has died at the age of 73. The Frenchman managed the Reds from 1998 until 2004 and then led them to 5 major trophies, including the FA Cup, League Cup, and UEFA treble in 2000/2001. Actually, prior to Liverpool, Houllier managed Lens, Paris Saint-Germain, and the French national team. I wasn't aware of that, actually. And after leaving the Reds, he won 2 League One titles with Lyon. His last managerial job was at Aston Villa, but he left in 2011 after 9 months following heart problems. Really, really sad news, people. Oh my goodness. Again, 2020 has been an absolute terrible year. And I forgot to actually mention Paolo Rossi, the Italian. I did mention him actually, but you know what? It's terrible, man. May his soul rest in peace, and our thoughts and hearts are with Jiro Houlier's family at this moment, time. Please accept our condolences. The other bit of news that I kind of picked up on was Alex Scott's comments in regards to a certain player. Yeah, he's saying she says that she noticed a star who did not even move for the ball yesterday. Yeah, BBC pundit Alex Scott was critical of William's performance in Arsenal's 1-0 defeat at Burnley yesterday. Speaking of Match of the Day 2, Scott said she noticed the Brazilian waiting for things to happen around him. Her fellow analyst Jermaine Janus said that a former Chelsea midfielder has not contributed a lot, if at all, since his arrival. But for her, the stand-up performer was Kieran Tierney because he's consistent, she went on to say, trying to bring that energy. William, I'm so disappointed. The amount of times today I saw him today pass the ball and not even move, just waiting for something to happen. The experience we've seen from him before, bringing the energy, is now gone. It's diminished. What more can I say? that I haven't been saying over the last, 5 to 6 weeks. Willian, for me, got to be dropped. I've just been watching another podcast, Apollo 101. The brother's got some serious words, man, to say about Shaka. Blood fire. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Guys, make sure you go over there and watch Apollo 101 on Arsenal, and you check out his latest installment. God, dare me. Shaka, got to go, man. You've got to leave the club. The moment he did what he did there, you can see in the image there, taking off the armband. This game was against Crystal Palace. Taking off the armband and throwing the top. How can you continue playing this player? And then you give him the armband? Come on. There are so many other players. I keep saying it every single segment, every single video. Mikel Arteta, there are other players that you could and should be using. And even if you take out Bellerin and Xhaka, they don't score goals. They don't score goals for Arsenal. So we've got to look even further up the field. Take Willian out. Drop Aubameyang. Drop Lacazette. And put in the likes of Willock, Nketiah, who's our top scorer, irrespective of the way he plays the fox in the box. He's banging in the goals. So what I don't understand with Mikel Arteta is this. You've got players who are performing in the Europa League, but the players in the Premier League are not performing. You've got two strikers who are off form for the longest time, but yet you won't drop them. You've got Bellerin, 5 foul throws. 5 foul throws. And he was not at the races yesterday. You've got Willian on a humongous amount of wages. But yet you continue playing, even though he's not producing the goods. You've got Xhaka, who did what he did last year. But the problem is, you said, actually, whatever the players do, like 2 weeks ago or 2 seasons ago, doesn't matter. It does not matter. Mikel Arteta, it does matter. It matters, believe me. So, like I said last week, I hope you start to wake up and smell the coffee, because as much as I want you to continue, I don't want you to be sacked. If you read the wind of change, people are asking you to be sacked. Arsenal, the fan base, reactionary, emotional fan base, a lot of them are asking for you to be sacked. Again, I'm not jumping on that bandwagon, because I understand you still have a lot of the players who failed towards the end of Arsene Wenger, that failed under Unai Emery, and to a certain extent under Freddie Ljungberg, and now you've arrived and they've just dropped the players at your doorstep, and it's for you to sort it out. But you can't tell me, as day follows night, that these players, you can't see what's happening. Are you so blinkered? Is there something in the contracts of these players that say they must be played? I don't think so. Do you have the backing of the board, really, Mikel Arteta? I'm very, very suspicious, because things have gone awry so very quickly. Won the FA Cup, Community Shield, Aubameyang signed the thing, but something has gone awry at Arsenal. Well, at least with these players, anyway. Let me go into the actually, before, one thing I want to say as well. It's quite indicative of the behaviour of the players in the Premier League, that you've got a player who, he's stopped and starts. He went out on international duty. He came back. Mikel Arteta didn't play him. And then he played in the Premier League. And his behaviour was so much like the players in the first team. Who am I talking about? Mohamed Elneny. So disappointed with his behaviour. Really, really disappointed with this 28-year-old. And I guess maybe the behaviour of the other players are rubbing off on him. But I don't think I can use it as an excuse. I can't. Really disappointed with Mohamed El Neni. Should have got sent off. Schoolboy, actually, I can't say it's schoolboy stuff because not many schoolboys would have done what he did there. Not even looking at the play of the ball. He's back towards the ball and just looking at the attacker. Doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make any sense. Look at the ball. Anyway, let me go into the live chat. Santiago says, good evening, Alex. How are you doing today? I think things will get better for the club. We support. Come on, you Gunners. I've seen some tweets, Arsenal are too good to go down, won't get relegated. But you never know in football. You just never know. If this trend continues under Mikel Arteta, you just don't know what could happen. The Assembled says, good evening, Alex. The Assembled, good evening to you. I hope you're well. Hey up! Hopefully this will be the last game by Xhaka. So, well, I thought that last season. And no, it's continued. It's continued. Arteta is too arrogant to admit he is wrong and stop playing the same players. I saw his post-game reaction, and it was Charlie Watts, who's the Arsenal correspondent for Goal, and he was asking him, to kind of admit what Xhaka did there was wrong. And I just kind of got the impression that Arteta would still play these players. If Bellerin didn't get the yellow card, if Xhaka didn't get sent off, on Wednesday night, I bet your bottom dollar he would have still played these players. He would have still played them. Because it felt like he felt kind of a little jarring to actually admit, what Xhaka did there was wrong. Dear Alex, how is it that we, our supporters, can spot things and the manager doesn't? Play players based on form. It's so simple. It is so simple. But I guess maybe he is hard-headed, as my mum would say. You don't want to, Alex, you don't want to admit when you're wrong. You're too hard-headed. And maybe Mikel Arteta is like that. He's too hard-headed. He doesn't want to admit that he's wrong. And boy, he's going to learn. He will learn that lesson, man. Don't be so proud. Just admit you're wrong. Change things up. Speak to the senior players and say, I've decided, blah, 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 blah. Bring in the young players. But I guess maybe he is too hard-headed. David Thomas, your thoughts on the Europa League draw? I think it will be through. We're playing Benfica at home. Yeah. I'm not going to talk too much about it. We'll be talking about that on Wednesday. So David, if you excuse me, please, I'm not going to talk about any Europa League action. Please join us on Wednesday when I have James Rowe and Don Larry as well. We're going to be talking about, Europa League draw, but we're going to be playing against Benfica. Oh my goodness. Our run has come to an end. I can't see us beating Benfica, but in football you never know. But we'll leave that chatter for Wednesday night. As I've said, what I said a long time ago, he needs to leave before he sells all of our Arsenal D players. I found him arrogant and full of himself. Where did he learn that from, man? Where did he learn that from? I mean, he's no Pep Guardiola. Miles off Pep Guardiola. He needs to show a little bit more humility. I'll say that for sure. But again, he will learn the hard lesson. As Mum will say, those who don't hear will feel. I don't know how you can translate that term for Mikel Arteta, but not good enough, man. Not good enough. Saw the morning news. Eltel is such a gentle soul. A good show, Alex. Thank you so very much. And I'll give you a quick story, a very, very quick story. How I met Eltel, the original Godfather. I work predominantly in primary schools, although I haven't been working since. It's a long story, a very long story. But there's a school less than 5 minutes from where I live. So my agency had sent me to this school, and Terry's a music teacher. So I was with the class, and it's very jokey and like, of course, doing the music lesson. But when we were going out, for some reason, we got talking about Arsenal. And then I said, "Oh, so did you go to Highbury Grove School?" He said, "Yeah, I did." I said, "No, you never. You did not." So just from there, it's best part of what I say 3 years ago, 3.5, almost 4 years. Terry and myself, we've been really, really good friends. Really good friends. And I tell you what, I mean, I've been supporting Arsenal for the longest time. And I never got to see the games in the 70s or 80s because my parents were worried for our safety, my brother and myself safety, of course, because we are of colour. And that time, hooliganism. So my parents didn't want us to go. So I missed a lot of Arsenal games there. However, this goes to the quality of Eltel. He let me season ticket a few times, and he also let me season ticket to go and see my first bit of European football at the Emirates. And I've been supporting Arsenal for 40 odd years. So yeah, Terry is a good bloke, a really good bloke. So I just wanted to, I had to get out of my system. I'm not sure you might be watching. Oh, tell. Arteta fear to address his players when they are wrong. Yeah, Rafi, I got a funny feeling that he's too scared. And you got to think as well that some of these players, he's played with these players. He's played with these players because they're quite similar in age. I think he's 37, 38. But that's no excuse. It's no excuse. Scott Shue says, crazy to hear you don't think we can beat better Benfica. It's a different era. Scott, thank you for coming in. Look at Arsenal. Look how Arsenal are playing. And one thing I'm going to ask James Rowe and Larry on Wednesday. We have played a lot of the youngsters in the Europa League. What is Arteta going to do now? Now that we're through to the next round, is he going to play the senior players now in the Europa League? What is he going to do? So if we see the older players, the senior players, play in the Europa League, you know what's going to happen. We're going to lose. Period. Roberto says, big up people, and a big up to you as well, my friend. But so would you get the professor back? Thoughts? It's funny. We had that conversation this morning with Terry. No, I wouldn't. No, he's had his time. He's had his time. I was just teasing him to see what his thoughts were about getting the professor back, just to kind of steady his ship. No, I wouldn't want. It's like you have an ex-girlfriend. You break up, and she becomes your ex-girlfriend, and you invite her back into your life, and then you realize, oh my goodness, I understand why you was my ex-girlfriend in the first place. No, don't entertain that thought. Don't entertain that thought. It's you know what they say about coincidence. Isn't odd that Wenger, Emery, and Arteta are all headed. That's extremely odd that the Cronkies have employed 3 hard-headed managers. that is true. Actually, they are actually. Yeah, they were all their own people, weren't they? And Wenger is my way or the highway. When Emery had that in him, and Arteta as well. Hard-headed managers, man. Well, yeah. And you know as well, because my wife and myself, we got married again. We took our vows again in church this time because we got married quite a few years ago, but we got married in the registry office. And Terry, being as a music teacher, he played the piano in my wedding. Top guy, absolutely top guy, and really well, yeah, a friendly soul. Europa, we have youngsters play. I will do, we will do well. Yeah, but I want the youngsters deserve to play from the beginning all the way to it. No matter how far we get, but they deserve that. Not the senior players. I don't want to see Willian playing in Europa League. I don't want to see Shaka playing there. I don't want to see Orba playing there. I don't want to see Laka playing there anymore. Even though he scored the goal, nah. The youngsters They fought hard, and they deserve their time in the sun in the Europa League. Right. Any other news I have to talk about? I think that is it. That is it. I've come to an end. It's a slightly earlier segment because I've got other bits and pieces. I need to study for something that's coming up tomorrow, and also been preparing the dinner before my wife. Well, actually, my wife has just arrived, so I've got to head off. I've got to head off now. I'm really sad how the situation is. How do you really think how we will get through this? By sticking together. Sticking together. That's the only way. You know, safety in numbers, supporting the cause, which is Arsenal, and supporting the manager. No matter how you feel he's not doing the right thing, to change the manager now is going to worsen the situation. Will get us in an even more chronic situation. But that's just my thoughts. That's just my thoughts. Guys, I am done and dusted. What I am going to do at the end, I'm going to run the video, the promo video, which actually tells you how you too can become a member on Canon 4 TV. If you would only just press the join button, which is adjacent to, above, below, next to, all those prepositions there. Guys, thank you so very much for joining me. Color Kingdoms, I hope Benfica beat us. Why would you say that for? I hope Benfica beats us. Why? Why? Anyway, it's your opinion. It's your opinion. Yeah. So make sure, guys, if you're new here, that you subscribe to Canon 4 TV. Hit the bell notification button so you can receive all the latest news right here on this wonderful channel. Stay tuned after this, and I'm going to play the video which tells you how you too can become a member on Canon Fodder TV. Hi, and welcome back to Canon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Well, this is a special video introducing our new membership scheme. Membership scheme, I hear you say? Yes, YouTube have allowed all content creators to have a membership scheme, and it's open to all our subscribers. Let me just get one thing straight right about now. All the content that you've been seeing for the last 2.5 years will remain to be free. So that's the Voice of Reason, that is the live shows, the broadcasts, the easy talks, all those content there is going to remain to be free. Okay, so I've got it off my chest. With the membership scheme, you get certain perks. With those perks, you'll get to see behind the scenes footage that probably nobody's seen before. Maybe, I'm not sure if you want to see. You also get early release of certain videos. And of course, with the player profile videos, where you ask us to do a video on a specific player, we'll give you a shout out, we'll mention you, and that'll be literally earmarked as if it was a present from us to you. With those formats there and the perks, they will come with a small price to be paid for the month. So with the lower level, which is going to be a bronze canon, you'll get the shout out in the live chats, and also with the chat, if you are a member, it will go right to the top of the page that we must and we will mention you. And you also get like a free emoji and GIF with that as well. With the silver canon, again, you'll get all behind the scenes footage, all the bloopers, all the things that we've tried to keep away from you. But yeah, there'll be a small price to be paid for that. That's roughly standing at £4.99. It will vary from country to country. So wherever you're on, there'll be a slight difference in that. And like I said, we're trying to maintain the future of Canon 4 TV across the whole platform. So by all means, you know, we would love you to be a part of the membership scheme there. There are going to be perks, including discounts for all the merchandise currently running on Canon 4 TV. So that is the reason why we're doing the membership scheme. Again, you don't have to join it. All the content I'm going to repeat will remain to be free. But part of the membership scheme, you'll have all those perks there. Again, there's going to be a free Q&A live session with me and maybe my brother every Thursday. You also get early footage of early releases. And of course, you'll get the discount as well as all the bloopers and the behind the scene footage right here on this lovely channel, which is called Canon 4 TV. So we would love you to be part of the membership scheme. Please, the video is up and running now, and it's free to all the subscribers, all the viewers that's ever viewed Canon 4 TV. So for myself, Alex, and of course for my brother and Monty and everyone from Canon 4 TV, welcome, please, to the membership scheme on Canon 4.